Hi everybody, I'm David Cuesta. I'm a QC tester for Hungry Shark Evolution.
Hello everyone, I'm Samuel Amram and I'm a gameplay designer for Hungry Shark World. And today we'll try to answer some of your questions that you've asked us recently through the FAQ.
We actually believe that all sharks in Hungry Shark Evolution deserve an evolution, but we cannot say when this is coming to our game. So yeah, I'd say stay tuned because this is an idea we have in mind.
Working on the Extinction mode update has been a blast. We've released tons of new sharks and a really handful of content for this update. And overall, all the team feels really proud that Extinction mode made it in live. It's a unique game mode with an extra layer of difficulty that makes every single game loop super unique. So this one will probably be our next.
My personal opinion is that the most powerful shark is Kraken, because with its boost ability, you have a drill that basically destroys everything in its path. And with the Color's ability, the hitbox is so wide and you can cover a lot of the map and target a lot of edibles at once.
So we've heard your criticism and overall community sentiment about this update. We really want to see it back in the game at some point, but we're currently having active discussions with the rest of the team just to try and nail down what we want this leaderboard feature to represent and how we want it to find its place in the game. So can't give any date, can't give any promises just yet, but if you ever see a leaderboard features in the game again, it will definitely be different from what you already know.
Yeah, I do actually. My favorite shark is Alan. It's true that its health drain is super fast, but actually you can apply different power-ups or even items to it to make it last a bit longer. And it's a super fast shark. You can cross the whole map flying with it, with almost anything attached. So yeah, it's super fun to play.
So whenever we try and create a new shark, we really want to make its gameplay feel unique and non-repetitive compared to any other shark. This can vary depending on a multitude of factors. It can vary depending on the tier it's supposed to be in or on the visuals that we feel like the game is lacking. But most of the time we do try and start with concept art and visuals and very expressive images that inspire the rest of the team. Once we have this concept art and those visuals nailed down on the table, we start the whole 3D modeling phase, and then once we have a 3D model that we can prototype with, we create a small prototype and create unique mechanics for gameplay, like the ability or movement-based mechanic that require lots of testing. We do lots and lots of testing with the rest of the team to try and really nail this feeling that we want to give to our sharks. And this whole process can take roughly between 2 and 4 months, depending on each shark, but I'd say that 3-4 months is a pretty solid estimate.
Okay, we love your creativity. We love you to be involved with our designs and with our features and with our decisions. But this is a bit of a tricky one, because basically when you do a challenge like this, you have to fit it on the roadmap, fit it on the updates, all the features you want to release, and also have the legal terms super well defined. So I'd say, considering this, maybe in the future we can do it, but we have to have all these things sorted before.
I really like this one. As long as our community overall keeps interacting with the game and keeps digging new sharks, we'll be happy to support the game with new updates and more sharks to come along your way. We'll try to explore new horizons, like perhaps new game modes or new live events for you guys to have an enjoyable time that's different each time you launch the game. But we are conscious that the sharks are definitely what our player base craves the most when it comes to content. So we'll definitely not stop developing and implementing sharks in Hungry Shark World. However, like I just explained, creating a shark is no small feat. It involves an entire creative process that involves the entire team. It can take sometimes up to 3 or 4 months. So please be patient with our release frequency of sharks, but don't expect it to stop anytime soon. People were overall wondering if Hungry Shark World was considered a sequel to Hungry Shark Evolution. So yes, I guess you could say that that Hungry Shark World is a sequel to Hungry Shark Evolution since it was released later. As for the two short games themselves, we wanted them to be different, and overall the base idea was to provide our players with a different gameplay experience from Hungry Shark Evolution to Hungry Shark World, whether it is on the level design or variety, or perhaps on the progression as well, from a shark to another, whereas in Evolution you have like the evolutions, and in World you have a more linear progression. But yeah, this is kind of a pattern that holds across the entire Hungry franchise. You could also, for example, include Hungry Dragons, which is known for a very frenetic and quite fast-paced gameplay. But don't forget that it is true that the essence of the Hungry Shark franchise is based around the power fantasy that I feel like both games usually provide our players with.
Well, actually, this is a good question because this has a very good potential. However, we have two sharks that are actually conversion, which are Alan and Sharkira. And you could maybe say RoboShark?
Somehow,
kind of a way.
Yeah, I guess.
But, well, we can confirm anything for now. I'd say maybe in the future we can do that. Okay, this is it for the Q&A. Thank you for your questions and all of your time.
Thank you also for the engagement that you had with this Q&A. You can find more details about all this Q&A in the link down below. And stay tuned because we'll have a lot of amazing content in both Hungry Shark Evolution and Hungry Shark World heading your way very soon. And see you all underwater.
See you on the water.